Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Supportive Oracle Cards, You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. All of a sudden I'm getting hiccups. Why are we getting hiccups? Okay. The card just kind of flipped out. Okay. So, when we're starting this off, this card fell out of the deck. The Hanged Man on its side, which is a very peculiar card. Because usually, even when it's upside down, it's a very slow energy. It's kind of like coming out of the Hanged Man moment. When it's right side up, you're kind of stuck. Things aren't really changing. This is the time to review things. Try to figure out how you got where you are. Stuff like that. When it's reversed, it's like coming out of it, but it's usually like... It's usually after you've healed from a major illness. You don't start right off running. You take it easy. You start easing yourself back into something, and you get back up to speed. And it's on its side, which is telling me something is changing around you. And it's kind of like we're questioning, is it really changing? Is it really coming out of this moment? And it's like I'm not really sure if it's stuck or if it's coming out of that moment. And that's a weird moment. Because when it stops in here, when it pops in, it's something that it feels like it's been going on for quite a while, and it seems repetitive. Kind of like, you know, it's tried to pull out of the mud before, but it only gets so far and it slips back and gets stuck again. So is it really doing that? The past lives, I don't take it very literally always, usually. Sometimes it does refer to literally past life influence, but what I'm getting from it is kind of like, it's something that keeps repeating. It could be karmic. Sometimes this card comes in that way too, like something that keeps karmically happening. Like there's, like, you know, it's kind of like when you eat too much of a food that your body doesn't agree with. Like for me, it's like red onions. If I keep eating them, I get a stomach ache, and if I keep eating them again, I'll still have that stomach ache the next day. It's kind of like, you know, it starts to work out of my system, but if I have more of them, I'm going to have that ailment again. And like, that's the question. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing that keeps creating the same situation? This is in the environment. So you're watching this or absorbing something you like just keeps happening. And you're starting to question, like, what is this person or what is this situation doing that keeps perpetuating this? Are we moving out of it? Are we just kind of like still stuck in the same situation? Now, when this is happening and you're watching this, this is very frustrating. Putting in the effort is not a problem, but putting in the effort to not get anywhere, like, I don't want to keep running in place. It's kind of, it's not working for you. You're like, I don't feel like I'm getting out of this what I want. I want to get somewhere. I'm not running in place just to work out. That's not my goal. Like running in place, if you're not looking to work out, is not working. I'm looking to go somewhere. I'm looking to get somewhere. So just running in place is not working for me. You got the Warrior with the Ascended Masters with Judgment. You're making the decision. All right, this is happening again? No, I can't do this again. I'm not going to put in effort after effort and more effort and not really change, and nothing really changes. You know what I mean? I'm not going to keep picking up this bookcase just for the cat to knock it off again. I'm not going to keep picking it up and the cat knocks it off. No, I'm done. I'm saying that because my cat's being a little bit facetious at the moment here with his little attitude. But, for example, I'm not going to keep doing the same thing like that if the cat's just going to keep knocking it over. We're going to move it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to nail it to the bookcase if I have to. Because if I nail it there, he can't knock it off, but he might still play with it. Still, something has to change. I'm sick of doing the same effort, and it just keeps falling down or becoming the same situation. I don't want to do that anymore. You're making the judgment. The Ascended Masters is like you're getting some type of push where they're highlighting, like, do you really want to just do this again and end up getting nowhere? And you're like, I do not. I do not want to do this again and get nowhere. Warrior spirit comes in on your side. Okay. So, emotional release comes in first. You're making it known. I'm not looking to pull the rug out from anybody, but listen, I'm not into this again. I'm not doing this again. If you all want to do that, then you all do that. I'm not into it. I'm starting to get out of it. If we all decide we want to change this together, then I'm into working at changing this, because I don't want to do this again. But if you guys are going to stay, and you're going to keep it the way it is, I'm going to start transitioning out. I'm just letting you know. I'm not going to do this. I'm finished with it. Meeting angels and the Empress show up in the environment. Now the meeting angels card, I am more of an interpretive reader or an intuitive reader, whatever you want to call it. I'm getting like people, they need you, is how they're feeling. They don't really want you to leave. They don't want you to leave, but at the same time, they're like, they may be kind of restricted in what they feel they can change. The Empress is coming in with the meeting angels. Like, people are trying to work with you the best they can. The situation, if this is a work situation, you literally might have to leave to make things better. It's up to you to realize which is, like, if they change things enough, or do you literally have to go? Because people, I feel like they're going to try to work with you as much as they can. The Empress is like, I'll work with you as far as I can go. There's only so much I can do, but I'll do what I can. I have a lot of other things going on here. I believe you. I see what you're saying, but the Empress also might know things that you don't about why things are perpetuating the way they are. So there's like the need to work with you, the want to work with you, the question if they can work with you. Four of Wands here, especially with the way this feels to me with the lady with the sunglasses, is kind of like, all right, let's look at it for the truth of what it is. We want you to stay, but we understand if you have to go, and you might have to move into something else. That's really weird for them, because the Four of Wands talks about being committed and connected, and it feels like a good energy. And I think the reason I'm seeing like this way is because it is a good energy. Somebody seems to be honest with you. This is as far as we can go as far as change. If you need something else, we understand you need something else. So the situation, like, you've opened the door, you've communicated, you said, I'm not into it anymore. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. I'm not going to do it again. So I'm giving you fair notice. Things either have to change, and if they can't, I need to go elsewhere. However that works for you. It's a calm energy. It's strong, but it's calm. I made my mind up. It's either things change or I go elsewhere. Is that prosperity? Yep, prosperity with the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant, this card has been quite popular today. I think it showed up in Leo and in Sagittarius, quite frankly. But it's good. It works really well for Virgo. It's more compatible with Virgo because the Hierophant a lot of times will show that it'll denote Taurus energy, which is earth energy. Taurus and Virgo are different signs, definitely. But this is telling me when this comes in, you have the conviction and the staying power to, like, you've made up your mind. You will not take no for an answer. Change is going to happen, and you're going to start moving towards it. The information returned to you, you're going to honestly look at. You're going to immediately know if you can work with it or you can't. You already know what you need to change. And when the information came back, it either fits it or it doesn't. I just don't feel like there's a halfway. For example, like, you know, when the little toddlers do their little blocks and the little toys, like, is it a circle, is it a square, is it a triangle? Like, does it fit, does it not fit? Is it a plus sign? Whatever, you know, rectangle, whatever they got there. I'm getting for you, a close fit is not a fit. Like, if it's a star shape and you could try to force it through the circle shape, no, that's not going to work. it's either going to fit or not. Even if it's like a circle shape, but it's not quite fitting, then it's not quite fitting. It's either going to make it or it's not. And you're going to start moving towards the direction you need to go. With the Hierophant, I feel like once you've made up your mind, here we go. And this is where we're going. There is some pushback, because there's like this open period. Information comes back, you look at it, it either fits or it doesn't. Close is not going to make it. Close is not going to make it. It has to be either it fits or it doesn't. You start moving forward to where you've made your decision. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're transitioning out. Whether you want to or not, it seems to be a side note. It's kind of like, I need to. Either I need to. I can't keep doing it this way. I need change one way or another. Either the situation changes or I go elsewhere. So it's not about liking it. It's about I need it to change. I don't have this option. I can't keep doing this. So you've made your decision. I feel for a lot of you, you're kind of going other places because I'm seeing trust in the Five of Wands. And in this situation, I do feel like there's a lot of people kind of giving you pushback. Like, you can't do this. We don't want you to do this. Please don't do this. Please don't change. Please don't go. Even for those of you that are staying and you're going into different changes, things are changing, you're changing the situation, other people are pushing back. There is definitely a controversy. The trust here is like, I almost feel like they're using that against you. I hate to say that. But I feel like they're saying, no, you're supposed to be committed. No, you're supposed to be the rock. You're supposed to stay. You're supposed to be here. You're supposed to make sure this continues. And I feel like you're telling them, like, listen, it's not about that anymore. I can hold it together. I could stay. It's not good. It's not healthy. It's not right. It's not right for me to stay. The wisdom on your side is realizing this is not, if I keep perpetuating this, then I have nobody to blame. And this isn't, I can't do this anymore. And the strength is like, even though I feel like trust is being used against you. Like, you said you would be here. I feel like some energy like that. And you're like, I understand that. But at some point I have to realize it's not healthy for me to stay here. So the trust is, the trusting thing, the reliable thing, the respectable thing that I'm doing is I'm letting you know as I'm leaving. I'm giving you time to pick it up yourself. I can't keep perpetuating this. At some point you have to make a decision if something's right for you or if it's not. And I know it's not. And I'm moving on. I'm giving you time to put somebody else in this position. That's the respectable thing I'm doing. So it's almost kind of like, you can't throw trust at me. I am telling you with much more than usual time to fix it yourself, to change it yourself, to do something different. So that's the honor I'm showing you. So somebody trying to say, but we trusted you to do this. And you're like, yes. And this turned out to be something I didn't realize what it was. Now that I know, I'm giving you ample time to change your mind, do things differently. It feels like it's a constant argument I'm going back and forth with. They're trying to say, no, you were supposed to. And you're like, listen, things are different than I thought. This is how I'm honoring the situation. It's very tedious and just draining. I'm getting life purpose, or life journey, with Two of Coins. You are not backing down. You are making your step forward. You are moving forward where you need to. For a lot of you, I feel like you're going elsewhere. For a lot of you. And it's almost like when you're getting this pushback, and it's almost like your dignity or your character is being questioned. You're meeting that challenge, and then that's almost like the last straw. It's almost like, how dare you put me into question? How dare you say that I didn't do the respectful thing? Because you are, and you know it, and you know that they're trying their last-ditch effort. And it's almost kind of like you did not expect them to do that to you. It's like they're trying their best to get you to stay, though. It's like, it doesn't feel like it's the best. It feels like it's very annoying to you. You are doing what's right, and you know it. Let's go to the end. I feel like there's an end. Like, don't get caught up in this energy any longer than you have to, because I feel like I feel like I'm tempted to go into another round of this whole explaining things again. You know where things are, though. There's no need for it. There's no need for it. Especially since the other side knows. They know. They're just trying to do anything they can to change your mind. That's all this is. A game to see if they can get you to stay. That's all. Just a game to see if they can get you to stay. You go into your next situation, you're open to it, and you're appreciative when you get into the next situation. You're open to new possibilities. You want to do things differently. You're appreciative of what you're getting. You got the Fool card here. Optimism is on your side. I'm also getting with this next situation health. Things are going to be better for you in the next situation. They are definitely going to be different. It's going to take you a while to get used to them, but I also feel like once Virgo gets used to a situation, they're fine. And I feel like you're going to be fine. The next situation is going to have moments where you're like, did I make the right decision? I feel like that's natural. Time will show you that you did. Anything else? It just kind of like, it's at the end here, I just felt like I had to disconnect from the loop, because I feel like there's a loop of constantly trying to explain myself. Disconnect from that loop as soon as you can, because I don't think it ends. Literally, a loop doesn't end, right? Like a circle, like that type of loop. It just doesn't end. It just keeps going. You have to step out of it. Go into the future. Give the future a chance after some time. And I feel like that's normal for Earth. Virgo is Earth, obviously. It's going to take some time to prove its worth to you, but it will, is what I'm getting. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.